Hello Libra, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the second half of October from the 16th through the 31st. General reading as always, guys. It won't resonate with every single person. Please do take from this reading whatever makes sense for you and let the rest go. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. And as always, I'll include a link to all of the card decks and creators that you see here today, Libra. So let's get right into it. We're going to be focusing on issues and confessions and what is your person thinking about you and the connection. These are the three decks that we'll be using to start things off with for your focused messages. The first one is by my soul sister, Angelic Revelation 144. This is the Confessions of a Runner deck. Then we'll grab a card from the Issues deck by Fire Witch Tarot. And lastly, by Aqua Moonlight, the Untold Messages of the Heart. All right, Libra, so let's do this. Let's see what comes through here today. And as always, this can also be for cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to tune in. All right, Libra. What is it that your person wants to confess to you? I can have sex, but I can't handle intimacy. I am not used to affection. All right, so this is one of the issues and confessions that your person has. And maybe at this point you already know this. You're already picking up off of this type of behavior from them, especially during those times when you guys were being intimate. It's just they struggle with the emotion, the emotional part of intimacy. And that could be due to past experiences, people that have hurt them, toxic situations that they might have been a part of, childhood trauma. It could stem from so many things, but that is part of the issue here, Libra, when it comes to you and this person. All right, so let's grab one from this deck here. What other issues are there here for this connection when it comes to this person that you're focused on for this reading? All right, let's grab this one. Pacify. Constantly having to soothe and accommodate them to make peace. It's interesting, look at all the cards that are from this deck, and I ended up pulling this message as well for another sign. I forget which sign though, so if you happen to be a cross watcher and if you notice I pulled this exact one, that could be your person. Constantly having to soothe and accommodate them to make peace. Isn't that interesting? So, and pair that up with the first message. I can have sex, but I can't handle intimacy. I'm not used to affection. So really, they could have been entangled in relationships where people were literally just walking on eggshells around this person. And I'm also feeling, Libra, for some of you guys, you kind of dealt with a lot when it came to this person, especially the sexual connection that you guys have had, the physical intimacy. And maybe there's a part of you that knows that they're not very good with showing emotion and that they tend to be a little bit complacent in their heart space, perhaps. So this is presenting itself to be quite an issue here for you and your partnership with this person. So let's grab your third focus message here, the Untold Messages of the Heart. And it's untold because these are things that they have not shared with you, Libra. So when it comes to your person, what is it? Let's grab this card right here. We have risk. I'm ready to take a leap of faith and risk it all for you. Okay? So that's quite interesting because if they haven't healed the part of themselves where they aren't able to handle affection too well, perhaps since you guys have interacted last, they've worked on that issue and they're now ready to take that leap of faith to reach out to you, to take a risk, to see if you're willing to give this another try. Maybe they no longer need you to accommodate them in any way just to keep the peace, you know? So we're going to have to dig a little bit deeper here because we need more additional insight. So we'll grab some messages from the Flaming Roses Lovers Oracle. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, Libra. So let's see what else here. I mean, because, you know, when you're in love with somebody, those intimate moments, making love to someone, how can you make love when they don't even have love for themselves? They're not used to love and affection. And it's just perhaps two bodies just having sex. And that was what they've experienced in their past. That's part of their life's history. Maybe they struggle a little bit with melding both worlds together. And that is a part of their confession here, Libra. But I'm also feeling that if that's been an issue, you already know this. You must know that when you guys were together in that intimate way, that something was missing, you know? But they are thinking about you. They are missing you. They are reminiscing about the relationship and the times that you guys have shared that were good. What else, please, angels and spirit guides, for Libra? Me and you, complete. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so this person might have needed distance from you to work on themselves, to figure things out for themselves, and they're now acknowledging that you are actually their other half. And a twin flame connection with someone, they represent the other half of your soul. And they miss you, they're thinking about you. Wow. What else, please? Talking to a brick wall, all right? And maybe that's how they made you feel, Libra, when you were trying to communicate to this person, to try to get them to open up, to be more affectionate. Perhaps you told them what was missing for you and what it was that you were expecting from them. And maybe they just didn't react. They didn't respond. You didn't get a rise from this person. And it really felt like you might as well have been carrying on a conversation by yourself. But look at this. Desire on fire. And then we've got losing interest. Okay? So what I feel from just these two cards next to each other is there could have been a point in time, Libra, where you really desired this individual, especially intimately. You know, you desired them, you wanted them. You wanted to have that sexual chemistry with this person. But as more and more time went on and they just were not able to meet you halfway as far as how you guys were connecting intimately, maybe you did start to lose interest and that you just weren't feeling it after a while. So there might have been a bit of a role reversal here where now they're thinking about you, they're missing you, they're reminiscing about those intimate moments where they now understand perhaps that you are the other half of their soul, you are their other half, you complete them. And maybe now they're reaching out to you and they're hitting this brick wall. So I kind of feel role reversal here for this situation for some of you guys. You might have even blocked this person either on social media or maybe you blocked their phone number if that applies. Wow. Look at this. We've got growth, creation. Okay, so obviously that is a woman who is expecting, okay? But aside from the obvious from this photo, growth creation could also be that perhaps your person is now wanting this relationship to grow into something more than what you guys had, that they still desire you. Okay, they want to be able to create something new with you. They're ready to take a leap of faith and risk it all for you, as this card says. And maybe this represents you, that you're guarded. You're not sure if you're on the same page with this person anymore. Role reversal. Really, that's what I'm feeling here for you and this person. So we're going to grab some insight from the Moody Moon Messages deck. This is Honoring the Cycle of the Divine Feminine. This is a deck by Sister Moon Tarot. So let's start with the Divine Feminine perspective here and how the feminine is affected by all this. Abandoned. This situation has triggered all my abandonment wounds. Okay? So my feminines, some of you guys were dealing with this, okay? I can have sex, but I can't handle intimacy. I'm not used to affection. So perhaps my feminines, you're able to relate to that for yourself. Part of the reason why you can't handle intimacy is because someone abandoned you and hurt you and really affected you. For some of you, those abandonment issues could stem back as far as your childhood or even lifetimes ago. So this has not been an easy journey for some of my feminines here. We have head over heels. You are the only one I want. So my feminines, the masculine that you're focused on for this reading, perhaps this is your interpretation that this masculine completes you. And it could be you, my feminines, who's now ready to take a risk, take a leap of faith to bring this back together. You know, so we're not always having to blame the masculine here. And certainly coming through for my feminines that you still see this masculine as the one for you. We have a very frustrated feminine here. Nothing seems to be going my way. Talking to a brick wall. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so for some of you guys, you are hitting that brick wall when it comes to reaching out to your masculine. You're unable to get through. Maybe the masculine, for some of you guys, they've blocked you. They have put up these walls preventing movement to communicate or reach out. And this could be overall what's going on in your life for some of my feminines here, that you're just very frustrated. Nothing seems to be going your way. Nothing seems to be working out. You're reaching one obstacle after the other. And it's just been very, very frustrating. What else, please, for Libra? For the Divine Feminine, unstable. My moods keep fluctuating, which is understandable. If you're dealing with abandonment wounds, abandonment issues, nothing seems to be going your way. You feel when it comes to this connection that things are very unstable. So yes, of course, that affects your day-to-day, how you're feeling about yourself, how you're feeling about the situation, the connection. But the thing is, it's falling right below desire on fire. So my feminines, I really do still feel here that you desire your masculine, despite where you guys are at on this journey. And then we've got self-care coming through next. Spoiling myself and loving myself, which is so needed. And if you're not there quite yet, my feminines, this is some place that you need to get to be able to spoil yourself, love yourself, put yourself back on your own priority list. And it's interesting too that this card is falling right below losing interest. So you lost interest in taking care of you. And it's now time to refocus to get that back on track. Look at this next message. We do have indulgent, okay? I want too much of everything. Now, I gotta mention this because I'm just picking up off of this vibe. Some of you guys are expecting right now, and some of you might feel like you're just being overly indulgent, certainly when it comes to your diet, and you're not taking care of yourself too much, especially if the masculine is not in the picture. If you guys are in separation, you've broken up because you were dealing with somebody that just wasn't putting in enough effort in the partnership, or however way that is presenting itself. If you resonate with this, that you are expecting and you're not with the person, you're not with the father, basically, of your baby, that applies to some of you. Also, what I'm picking up from this is Next to self-care, you're just really being indulgent in things that you want. And maybe you held back from doing that when you were in this partnership, especially if money matters was a problem, if you didn't have the budget to go out and buy whatever it was that you wanted. And so now that perhaps you're on your own, you're single, you don't have to answer to this person. You want what you want, and you're going to get what it is that you're desiring. And then we do have confident coming through. I am a magical being and creator. Absolutely you are. But here's the thing too, it's falling right below guarded. So I feel even though you're striving to be more confident, my feminines, perhaps a part of you really is guarded because of what you've experienced here in this connection with your masculine. Okay, so let's take a look now and see what's coming through from the Divine Masculine. So this is my Thinking Man Oracle deck, Volume 2. Let's take a look and see, Libra, what the Divine Masculine wants to say to the feminine right now. And what I'm also feeling for some of you guys, some of my feminines with the abandonment wounds, that you might have also had a masculine who walked out on you, who cheated on you, who abandoned you, and therefore it really triggered these abandonment wounds from your past, amplifying it all. And so that made it very difficult for you, creating this very frustrated, unstable energy. And so you're being guided now to take better care of yourself, to indulge in things that is coming from a place of love for yourself, to restore your confidence, knowing that you are in possession of the energy of this card, that you are a magical being and creator, and you can create whatever it is that your heart desires in your life, whether that's regarding your love life or just life in general. All right, so let's take a look and see what this Divine Masculine has to say here. I love you. Okay, and my feminines, maybe you really needed to know this, especially if you were dealing with a masculine, again, who wasn't used to affection, who wasn't a very emotional person. They could have been very guarded, and they just weren't the type to really express themselves. And so this might actually be exactly what you needed to hear from your masculine, but maybe never have. And here it is, that they do love you. Next message. Hell yeah, size does matter, because the size of my love for you is immeasurable. Again, I feel you needed to know this. And just look at how these cards are lining up. Me and you, complete. Head over heels, you are the one I want. And now this. The size of my love for you is immeasurable. This could be a mutual thing, but it is coming through from the masculine. The next message, my heart can't even beat right without you in my life. I literally feel it breaking every moment you're away from me. We have to remove whatever this brick wall is that's preventing you guys from coming together. Next message, sometimes I find myself daydreaming about us, the way we used to be. I'd rather be dreaming with you right next to me. Okay, having you right next to them, feminines. Next message, you know it's me. Stop running. Okay, so my feminines, if you find yourself running away from this connection because of your own abandonment wounds, then maybe you're afraid to get your heart hurt again, which is totally understandable. But if you are doing the work on yourself, which we have this self-care card right here, loving yourself, you're going to know if what you're running away from is actually something that's good for you, or if you're running away for a good reason. Only you can assess that, of course. And there are those of you dealing with this masculine. I love you enough to know you deserve better than me. Okay, so this masculine is acknowledging, it's like, look, I know that I've got these issues. I'm not used to affection. You know, for now, whenever I'm having sex, it's just sex. It's not, they're not coming from a place where they're allowing their emotions, the love that they have in their heart, the affections to intermingle with the physical aspect of things. And perhaps they know that they've got issues that they need to work through. And until they are ready for that, until they are ready to take a leap of faith and risk it, as that card says, take a risk and bring about a new beginning. If they're not ready for that, you know, they are coming through here, feminines, letting you know that they love you enough to know that you deserve better in the meantime. And lastly, I will never love, desire, cherish, or want another. It's always been you. Okay? So take whatever part of these messages resonate as always, because we've got so many varying messages coming through from the masculine here. But the love, it certainly is here. All right, guys, so let's grab some additional messages here. So let's clarify some of this stuff with tarot. This is my tarot teacher deck for those who are interested in learning how to read tarot for yourselves. I created this deck, making it very easy to learn tarot. It's got upright and reversed meanings for each card, and therefore there's no second guessing what each card means, and it makes it super easy to learn. So if that's something you're interested in, the link to my deck shop is down below. Just a bit of a caveat, however, apparently from what I hear, there's this huge typhoon going on overseas, and it has affected this company's website. And so it's been down for a few days, but I have heard that they should be up and running within about a day or two. So just in case you're watching this and you want to access the deck shop link down below for myself as well as other creators here, especially for those who have websites with the MPC makeplayingcards.com website, they are currently down. But again, I'm hoping it should be up and running within the next couple days. All right, Libra. So let's add some tarot to this. Is this a salvageable connection here? We do have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So this is fire energy coming through. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So in the reverse, it is interesting energy because it's the lack of forward planning, especially when it comes to your person, and it's holding on to the past, and that somebody was unhappy with the choices that they had made in the past. For those of you that might resonate with a long distance relationship, this does represent a failed long distance relationship. That might apply to some of you guys. And the Three of Wands in the reverse, I mean, there's obstacles, there's delays, there's this very frustrated energy, which we're already picking up from the feminine right here. Nothing seems to be going my way. So this is a card of frustrations in the reverse. But we do have the Ace of Wands here, so we've got more fire coming through here. There is a new beginning. The Ace of Wands can bring in good news, new opportunities, and again, we've got growth potential, creating something new here, finding a new passion perhaps in your life. So this applies not just to your love life, but perhaps your career, your life purpose, finding something that you really love to do. There's that creative spark that is a part of the energy of the Ace of Wands. This is also a card of travel. So it's interesting how we've got the Three of Wands in the reverse, which represents a failed long distance romance. So it could be that maybe somebody just got really tired of traveling. Maybe it was just too far or too expensive, whatever the case may be. And if you were dealing with somebody who had intimacy issues, it might have just been too overwhelming, too challenging. But a new beginning certainly is possible here. Either you guys work this out and bring it back together, or this could be a new beginning for you, Libra. Just taking you in a whole different direction in your life. So this risk card can certainly apply to you as well, you yourself, taking that leap of faith to see where the future will take you on your own. If you're okay with that, moving forward away from a person that just has issues here that they need to work through first. We do have the Six of Cups coming through. So for some of you guys, you're focused on a water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is all about happy memories and nostalgia, remembering the good times that you guys have shared. The Six of Cups is also very healing. And it's interesting how the Six of Cups also taps into childhood memories. Now, for some of you, especially my feminine, some of those childhood memories go as far back as dealing with these abandonment issues right here. Okay, so that's something that you're remembering and reminiscing about, and it's not pleasant. It's very challenging for some of you. But the Six of Cups, there is a potential for a reunion here. Okay, so you guys are not together at this point in time. We've got a brick wall that's preventing you guys from coming together right now. But the Six of Cups is possibly making that happen, or the opportunity at least, to have a new beginning for a reunion, a reconciliation. And then we've got the Fool card coming through here. That leap of faith. There we are again with that phrase, That's exactly what the Fool card is, taking that leap of faith and just going for it to be able to have a new beginning in your life, whether that is you just being carefree and adventurous on your own, or a new beginning, starting fresh with your person. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune right next to it. Amazing. Good luck, good karma. Changes, definitely. You're heading towards your destiny. This Wheel of Fortune is falling in your favor, Libra. And this Wheel of Fortune can certainly apply to this love connection here. That good luck is on your side, that this is coming back around. If there are uncertainties as a result of this person coming back to you, address them. If that represents a red flag for you, then address it. Don't ignore it. Face it head on. Deal with it. And if you guys can overcome it, wonderful. Give this a second chance here for this new beginning to happen. My masculine coming in as the Emperor. Okay, Aries specifically. The Emperor does represent fatherhood, interestingly enough, because going back to this growth creation, as I mentioned, some of you guys are expecting. And perhaps this Emperor, representing fatherhood, wants to come back to be able to build a life, to be able to share the responsibilities of bringing a life into this world. So this divine masculine, I feel, wants to be able to do right by the feminine. And if he's not there quite yet, he's got some work that he needs to do. But I really feel here that with all of these positive energies from the Ace of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, they're all pretty positive. That your masculine, my feminine's coming through as the Emperor, is ready to create a more solid structure for the relationship. And then we've got the Four of Wands. Unbelievable. 1111, make a wish. That is our twin flame card. Okay, another card of reunions. And I love how the Six of Cups is tapped into happy memories. And we've got the Four of Wands, which is all about happy families. Building a family together, some of you. Another card of reunions, celebrations. This harmonious energy between the two of you. So this could ultimately be where you guys are headed. but it absolutely requires both of you being on the same page, putting in whatever work you need to put in on your own for yourself, and your person needs to do the same. You guys ultimately working as a team to be able to salvage this partnership. And then we've got the Judgment card coming through here now. Rebirth, an awakening, reincarnation, a transition for your relationship. There's definitely this need for forgiveness, and there's this desire for a reconciliation. You can have that. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. Okay, I love it. Aces, new beginnings. This is a breakthrough right here with this Ace of Swords, giving you perhaps the clarity that's needed in order to figure things out for yourself, for the situation. Swords is your own energy, Libra. You are an air sign. So it's time for you to cut things out of your life that no longer serve a purpose, and only you will know what that is. This is very successful energy. This is a need for you to be very honest with yourself, and it's really putting you in a position of making very good decisions for yourself and your future, and that includes this connection with your person. So yes, you guys can start over. It requires both of you putting in the work on yourselves and towards each other to bring about this very happy outcome with that Four of Wands, and that could result in marriage for some of you guys, and truly building a life together, a happy family, a happy reunion. That is what that represents. All right, guys, so let's add to this from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck, and let's see what else we need to pick up off of for this reading for you, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Libra for the second half of October, what else do we need to know here? And I've got a card flying here. We have the past. It's like goodbye to the past. This was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, to leave the past behind, to move on. The past is where you and I were, where the good memories live, where my dreams of us fell apart, our time together is over, and I need to find the strength to just say it, goodbye. You know, and I kind of feel it's the past. You guys did say goodbye to one another, which is why you're not together, you're in separation. So this is done. This represents the true past of where you've been. And my feminines, you're coming through here, tapping into your girl power. I am powerful, but I can be fragile. I am strong, but I can be weak. I am beautiful, but I can feel ugly. I am laughter, but I can be serious. I am joy, but I can be sad. I am love, but I can be hurt. Take me for everything that I am. Don't try to change me. I am who I am. And I mean, look at the energies of both of these cards. Very similar, right? So my feminines, perhaps you're really saying goodbye to the past and moving on to the future and concentrating on that. We have breathe coming through also. I was drowning my sorrows before you came into my life. I didn't think I would ever be able to come up for air again. A broken heart can slowly kill you if you let it. Thank you for rescuing me, for helping me to finally exhale. So my feminines, perhaps it's this masculine who has helped you in this way, to help you breathe, for you to stop drowning your sorrows. And for some of you, what I pick up off of this, when we drown our sorrows, that typical phrase, it's when somebody's drinking too much to just numb the emotions, numb the feelings, numb their bodies so that they don't have to deal with the reality of things. And also, you know, going back to the very first message, I can have sex, but I can't handle intimacy. I'm not used to affection, you know, so whoever's got that issue, they're drowning their sorrows so that they don't have to feel. Let's see what else. We have fulfilled. Okay? This card reads, somehow the universe knew that I was unfulfilled, something missing in my life, but I always tried to hide the pain through a tough exterior that covered such vulnerability. When we met, I was empty. My cup is now overflowing with love because of you. Because of you. Okay? So for those of you who were feeling empty before you guys connected with this person, and that could go either way. This person or you, Libra, you fulfill them. Wow, let's grab one more here. One more card. We have ripped. I've never known the kind of love that could break me open to such depth of emotion, passion, and feelings until you came into my life. Knowing that we belong together and yet unable to bring desire and my dreams into reality. It breaks my heart into a billion shattered pieces. And that's why we've got this talking to a brick wall energy, okay? Because I do feel a wall between the two of you, for some of you guys, that there's a blockage, there's some sort of barrier here that is preventing you guys from coming together right now. But that wall can be removed. And I really feel this from my masculines, okay, that their heart truly has been ripped into shreds because you're not a part of their life, feminines. You know, they are coming through saying they love you, and I will never love, desire, cherish, or want another. It's always been you. And if this masculine, again, had the intimacy issues, you changed all that, feminine. And there are those of you, my feminines, that resonate with this for yourself. Okay, and bottom of the deck, we have chosen. You are the one that I want to walk through my days and nights with, the one that occupies every second of my everyday. Please hold my hand forever and never let me go. That's such a beautiful message, and it's totally possible if you guys are on the same page to make this happen. Okay, so that is what's preventing itself from that particular deck. So let's go ahead and add some romance angels to this, Libra. Let's see what else needs to come through here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra for this reading for the second half of October from the 16th through the 31st. What else do we need to know here? We've got let your friends help you. And isn't it interesting, if you look real close at this photo, it's a bride getting ready for her wedding day. Ask for and accept support from others. Don't forget the support system that you have in place in your life. Libra, they're there for you whenever you need them. And it's clarification here that the person that you're focused on for this reading is the one for you. Yes, you guys have your challenges. Yes, there are issues. Clearly, we already know what the confessions are here from both sides, but it's still coming through that maybe you're still good for one another as long as the work has been put in to get rid of whatever obstacles are in the way. And with a reconnection, you know, you have to get to know each other all over again to pick up where you left off. Reveal your innermost selves to each other in order for your bond to deepen. And if this is a mutual goal that you guys have together, then absolutely, you can work on this and work through the issues. We have an engagement here, which can ultimately, of course, lead towards marriage. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And then we've got a time frame of very soon coming through here. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. You both have the power to be able to do this. Once you both make a decision to take this risk and create movement towards each other, maybe you guys can meet each other in the middle. There are family issues that are presenting itself here. I'm not surprised to see that. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. This can apply to both sides, feminine or masculine, but I really do feel for my feminines who resonate with the abandonment wounds that it might have something to do with your parents. If you were abandoned as a child or somewhere along the line of your upbringing, that was an issue, okay? When it comes to your parents, that needs healing. And lastly, heart-to-heart conversations. This is something that's so crucial in this partnership, is to be able to communicate and have good, honest, open communication. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. The key word here is feelings, because again, you are dealing with somebody who wasn't used to affection, or it was you who was not used to affection. Whatever side of the fence that message falls on for you, Libra. But there's a whole lot of healing that can be done simply by you and your person being given the opportunity to just sit down and talk, to get it all out. All right, guys. So let's continue. Let's see what else needs to come through here. We're going to grab some insight from my Sugar and Spice Oracle. So let's grab some insight here. A little naughty, a little nice. So we'll see which message comes through for you here, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this reading for the second half of October. We have Mint. I'm typically cool, calm, and collected, but when you're within reach, so close to me, teasing me, tantalizing me with desire for you, I can feel your breath upon my lips. I simply want nothing more than to melt into your arms, our bodies intertwined while the sensation lasts. Okay? And obviously, the sexual intimacy is reflected in this message. But, again, the overall issue here is that somebody had a problem with handling intimacy, not used to exchanging the type of affection during sex, where it's not just sex. And perhaps with your person acknowledging their issue, working through it, they're now ready to experience with you the type of lovemaking where they can truly show you the affection that was lacking before. What else, please, for Libra? We have raspberries. We've got parsley. Bottom of the deck, we've got curry. Okay, so we've got a whole array of flavors, spices coming through here. All right, raspberries. Please be gentle with me. I'm quite fragile and bruise easily when it comes to matters of the heart. I try to stay away from drama. If I give you my heart, it's forever. I love kisses that are tender, hugs that are warm, and sexy bedroom conversations with a touch of champagne. Somebody could really enjoy champagne or raspberries or any of the messages tied into this card. This could be you, Libra, where you really don't want to have to deal with drama. But if there's a part of you that is feeling these abandonment issues, you're frustrated, you're unstable, you're telling your masculine, it's like, be gentle with me because I'm fragile right now. You can hurt my heart really easily. So treat me kindly, be gentle with me is what you're saying. But that goes both ways. It could be the masculine who's in need of that as well. And then we have parsley coming through here. I'm warning you now. I'm pretty fresh. I'll undoubtedly add flavor to your life. I want to be the center of your attention. Please don't just set me aside and forget about me. Otherwise, our connection will be all dried up. So this could have been a part of the problem for some of you guys. Maybe you feel like your person just set you aside and treated you like you just didn't matter and that they weren't giving you the love and affection that you needed from them. And therefore, the relationship kind of fizzled, you know? And lastly, we've got Carrie. I want to spice up your life with my one-of-a-kind, vibrant personality. Let me be the one to brighten that beautiful smile, to add excitement and an intense flavor to your days and nights. One taste of me and you'll want more. Okay, so take whichever one of these makes sense for you, your situation. And I really feel here that you guys can spice up your connection once again, as long as you both address whatever it is that you need to heal in your own life, and certainly putting in the effort into the relationship. You have to meet in the middle. It doesn't fall on just one person doing the work here, Libra. It falls on both of you. Okay, so let's add to this, guys, with some additional insight from the Hidden Truth Oracle. This is by All Things Intuitive. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra for the second half of October. What else do we need to know here? My life is not as together as it seems. Okay? So if there's a way for you to know what's going on with this person, or if there's a way for them to know what's going on with you, if you guys follow each other on social media, for example, if there are mutual friends that you still keep in touch with and you hear from the grapevine that perhaps they're doing fine, that they're okay. That might not be the truth. The reality of it is, and they're coming through here confessing this to you right here, my life is not as together as it seems. So, you know, they could just be putting up a front, a facade for the world to see, for you to hear about, that they're okay, but beneath the surface, they're not. You might also be dealing with a person going through this. I bury myself in work to forget you. They can bury themselves in work all they want, but at the end of the day, they're not ever going to forget you, which is why they miss you. They're still thinking about you. I hide behind material things. Okay, and it's interesting, remember how we've got indulgent from the feminine here. I want too much of everything. So I'm feeling for some of you that if you have been trying to deal with your emotions by shopping, let's use that as an example. It's just giving you a temporary feeling of satisfaction. It's nothing permanent. And so you're hiding your pain, your frustration, your emotions behind all of these material things that really, it's just putting a band-aid on all of that stuff. And self-care will definitely help you get out of that type of energy. And that applies to the masculine as well. Look at this. We will be together again. Okay? So despite where you guys are at right now, there really is a potential that you guys can still work this out, Libra. Maybe it's not over. If you guys are both willing to put in the effort here, it doesn't have to be over. Wow. All right, guys, so let's close this out with some final messages from my Heart Songs deck. So we'll grab some songs here, Libra. If you're not familiar with the songs, see if you are able to resonate with the lyrics here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra to wrap things up for this reading, second half of October, for you and your person. You've got the Four of Wands here, guys. So for some of you, this is coming through as a twin flame connection. And you guys can have a reunion here. You guys can come back together here. Angels and spirit guides for Libra. What do we have? We've got In My Life by the Beatles. We do have Careless Whisper by George Michael. So this is a card about infidelity here. This was a part of the issue for some of you guys. We've got Without You by Harry Nilsson. And lastly, Over and Over Again by Nathan Sykes and Ariana Grande. Okay, so let's read through these. The very first song, In My Life. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I'll love you more. Isn't that interesting how it mentions the word affection? Because they weren't used to that. So part of their growth, part of their journey of learning is tapping into the very affection that they weren't able to handle before. And then we have Careless Whisper by George Michael. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. Okay, so that's coming through for some of you guys. We have Without You. No, I can't forget tomorrow. When I think of all my sorrow, when I had you there, but then I let you go. And now it's only fair that I should let you know what you should know. I can't live if living is without you. Wow, some pretty intense songs coming through here, Libra. And last one, Over and Over Again. From the way you smile to the way you look, you capture me unlike no other. From the first hello, yeah, that's all it took. And suddenly we had each other. And I won't leave you. Always be true. 1 + 1, 2 for life. So even though you guys have had some challenges and issues here, Libra, this last song in and of itself is basically saying that they really want to be your +1 for life. The person that you spend your life with, the person that you can enjoy this 4 of Wands energy with. Your twin flame, for some of you, you resonate more with a soulmate connection. Reunion, cause for celebration. Engagements, building a life together, having families, a marriage. You can have all of this, Libra, but it takes both of you putting in the work. It's not going to happen all on its own. Otherwise, that creates a very out of balance energy, and maybe it falls on both of you to take that leap of faith. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for you this time around. Whatever part of this resonated with you, I do hope it helped you out. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. Thank you guys so very much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.